Good morning, everyone. My name is Leonor Estrada, and I am a certified Feng Shui practitioner from the Feng Shui Research Center. Today, I'm here with Evelyn Escarfullery. Hello, Evelyn. How are you?
Hi, Leonor. Nice to see you here.
Great. She's master from the same school, the Feng Shui Research Center, and she had been doing a research about the Basai and the flying star systems that are two systems used in Feng Shui. The first one was developed first, and it was based on the seating of the buildings to calculate their energetic chart. While the second one, the Flying Star School, that came later, and that add the pretty important element, which was the time factor. And also it uses the facing direction instead of the sitting direction to calculate the chart. So Evelyn, please talk about what are the things that these both systems share or have in common.
Well, in my investigation, I noticed that first the both schools seek to know the existing chi through the trigrams. We can find in the low one, we have the first ring that have the early heaven trigrams. With this, we use it in the flying stars. But in the Basai, they use also the early heaven trigrams, not in a ring, but in a spreadsheet that used to be right in the back of the lopan to show the specific direction that are auspicious and inauspicious, using trigrams too. And that's one of the things that are in common with them. Those are both the use the trigrams to seek the system chi.
Okay, so to understand easily, when you talk about the trigrams or the 8 mansions, that is all about the 8 magnetic directions that we all receive chi from.
Yes, both of them, yes.
Good.
Another things that they have in common is that they are based on the yin and yang, following a natural cycles of earth. Basai grounded the 4 belonging Tai Chi and Tai Jin, Xiao Jan for the East group, and for the East West group, they use the Taiyan and the Xiao Jin. So there is a borderline that they use to classify this group. Also in the Flying Star, we use this borderline with to classify the waxing and waning of the Shi when we are assessing a house using the Flying Stars attributions.
So basically, we cannot get rid of the yin of the yang. We have to got both yin and yang to get the complete thing. In metaphysics, the yin and yang they have a correlation to make the whole thing.
Yes, this is a principle. We never can forget about yin and yang. Yin and yang are the principle for the Chinese metaphysics.
Great.
Also, Flying Stars and Basai share the low shu chart. We have to think that in the Flying Star, we deal with layers. We deal with the time star element, the water star element, and also the mountain star element. And all of them, this three set, give us some, this combination give us some relations of these elements. But also the Basai have 3 layers too in each palace. They have the low shu element, also have the house element, and if we are assessing for a specific person, we have the life in the same palace. The elements are part of the classification of each of these different wandering stars.
So all that is pretty much the whole picture of each sector, which is not only one type of chi. There are going to be many things that have to be checked in order to to understand what is going on in every sector, isn't it?
Yes, correct, correct. Also, we have the chart, the Shantian Bagua, and which is the early heaven. There is this important chart when we are studying metaphysics, and the Hutian Bagua, this is the later heaven. What happened is in the Basai, when they place the auspicious direction for each group, they are using the trigrams or the chart of the Hutian Bagua. When they look the auspicious, they see the relation of these four group, these four specific portents, using the relation in harmony of the early heaven. That happened also with when we are doing in Flying Star, when we are working in a study, we also see the Shantian Bagua and the Hutian Bagua as a time factor to see information that we want to see that is on another underground layer.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not forget to mention that when we in metaphysics we said auspicious or inauspicious, there are too many layers, because sometimes people can freak out by knowing, oh my God, that is not my auspicious direction, so something's going to be bad. But again, this would be something that is unauspicious. However, there are still many other things to be checked before suggesting any change or anything, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Shantian Bagua is the static, the perfect harmony, and the Hutian Bagua, or later heaven, is the Chi in movement, and that's what we have to deal with. So both of them, both schools, deal with this principle too. So it's important to remember that. Another thing is the Wuxin 5 elements. The 5 elements in both in Shuangkou Feng Shui and Flying Star, we use the cycle of generating cycles and draining cycle or controlling cycle, as they do in the Basai. Basai also, to do the adjustment, they try to, you have to follow the training or generating cycle to get the best adjustment. So both of them share the same root.
Okay, 5 elements, always remembering they are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And preferably to keep harmony, we would like to use the generation cycle rather than the destruction cycle. That is simple. Well, yes, great. So we have talked about what they share. So what about the differences? What are the main differences for both?
Well, there are two things that catch my attention. The first one is the directionality from outside to inside. For example, Basai deal with the Chi that is coming from outside to the house, and that's it, how it get in. And the other one the Flying Star deal with the Chi that it flies inside the house. That is the most important. We deal how these connections are inside the house. And the other one is the time factor. The time factor was the turning point of the Basai and the Flying Star schools. Both of them, Flying Star work with the time because of with the mountains, the star and the water start to guide what is relevance in each combination, depending of the period of the chart is done. Also the stars that are reigning, but in the Basai, they don't have time as a focus in their study. They just don't use to, they don't have in the school, they don't have this main issue. So that's the moment that they have
breaking point. Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's currently practitioners, we are using the Flying Star method. And that's why we always request people to provide the construction year of the building or house that they want to make the assessment. And also knowing that the time factor has an influence on the energy and the effects of for people. There are going to be coming more things like annual energies, visiting the property, and so on, isn't it?
Yes, that's it.
Great.
That's it.
Well, so I think this is quite interesting. I mean, we can see the evolution of this of one system towards the next one, and it all makes sense. I mean, carry on similarity, things that are similar and things that are, let's say, improved in a way or developed. Finally, Evelyn, before we wrap up, how do you think these two systems can be used together?
Well, in our school, in the Feng Shui Resource Center, Master, you teach us how to use the most important thing of the Basai, that using the life walk to assessing with the connection of the mountain star, we can have a direct relation of the Mingwa or life walk of the person living in the house. And the mountain star gives you what kind of relation, situation, or possible incomes that can be found when we are trying to get an adjustment, because that gives you a special guide of what a specific situation can be, the person can confrontate. But we in our group have a lot of information about special cases that we can follow and see the informations of other students and all the ones that are working together in the Feng Shui Research Center, that we try to place information that can be helpful for everybody. So I think we get the best teaching of how to use the connection of those schools through the Mingwa, and also working with the flying stars.
That's very interesting, Evelyn. For sure, it's very important to go step by step, as in everything in life, and learning first one system, and second, when the bases are well set and placed, go to the second one before. Otherwise, we can end up mixing everything and being very, very confused about it. I want to thank you today for your collaboration and sharing all this knowledge that you got, and I'm going to be looking forward for the next edition, talking again with you.
Oh, thank you. Me too. Thank you for this time, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.